Hi, I'm Jared. Welcome to Fun Science Demos. Take a look at these. We found these near the ocean. You know, they look like rocks, but they're not. They're actually similar to shells. In fact, they're made of the same stuff that shells are made of. Look at the amazing details. What in the world could possibly make these? Believe it or not, each one of these pieces come from an animal. And that animal lives in the ocean. That animal's called coral, and today we're going to take a closer look at where that animal lives. And scientists call that its habitat. We're going to zoom in so you can take a closer look at some of these coral to see how cool they are. Take a closer look at this one. Now check out this one. Take a closer look at this piece right here. And finally, we're going to zoom in so you can see this thing a lot closer. Now remember, coral is an animal, and it makes each one of these layer by layer, little by little. And the coral actually lives on the top. Why does it live on the top? Because one of the things it needs is light from the sun. So now we're going to take a field trip so we can see what real living coral looks like under the water. Where are we going? The Cayman Islands. How are we going to get there? Well, Compass Point Dive Resort has a really cool webcam set up so we can check out the coral under the water. Wow, how did we get here? The camera's underwater looking at a whole reef of coral. But we don't just see the coral, we see fish and other living things. And that coral doesn't look like this. This is white, but the coral in the video looks green. Well, why? We'll take a closer look. Each section is actually an animal, and all of them live together making this underneath. But why are they green? Well, that's because something else is living in the coral too. It doesn't matter the shape or size of the coral. The coral's green because all coral has plants living inside of it. And those plants actually make food for the coral. And the coral ends up protecting those plants. Isn't that absolutely amazing? Let's just take some time to watch the coral and its habitat and all the other animals that are around it. So did you notice all those fish swimming around the coral? What were those guys doing there? Well, some fish actually eat the coral for food. Other fish use the coral for protection from bigger fish who want to eat them. And still other fish actually use the coral as their home. It's amazing how everything's working together. So many different animals in the ocean, like fish and shrimp, depend on this coral to live. If you want to learn more about coral reefs and how to protect them, check out our links in the video description. Science is so cool above the water or under the water. Thanks for watching.